Broncos and Russell Wilson made a lot of sense last year until it didn't. Now Jarrett Stidham jumps from the Raiders to Denver. We all thought that Josh McDaniels would find a way to keep Stidham around as the backup to presumably Jimmy Garoppolo. But Stidham now in Denver with a 2-year, $10 million deal, $5 million guaranteed. Is this a situation where Stidham is there, Peter, to put pressure on and in turn push Russell Wilson to be better than he was last year?
I think there's a couple of reasons why this deal got done. Number one, Denver did not have a satisfactory backup quarterback. And when Sean Payton looks at this team this year, he said, we cannot go into this year with the possibility that Brett Rippon will play multiple games at quarterback. It's just not smart. And so I think Payton looked at this and he said, I do have confidence that Russell Wilson is going to turn this around. And I do believe that I can work with him and he's going to be good to very good again. But let's just say that it's Halloween and Sean Payton wakes up and he just says to himself, man, it's not working. And I owe this organization, I owe the Walton Penner clan and George Payton my best effort to win as many games as we can this year. And Mike, no matter what anybody will say, I've heard everybody say, well, you got to keep Wilson at least 3 years. No, you don't. You got to keep him 2 years.
This is the year.
And then you have to take...
This is the year.
Yeah. You have to take the bath of all salary cap baths in 2024. But there's no guarantee for Russell Wilson beyond this year. And all I'm saying is that I think, and I've thought this since the end of the season, the most fascinating prospect of all of those who are going to come free at quarterback is Jarrett Stidham, for a very simple reason. Look at the situation that Jarrett Stidham stepped into. Last 2 games of the season, Derek Carr is either exiled from the team or he walks away, I don't want to be a distraction. I mean, I think it's total horse crap that he wasn't there the last 2 weeks to support Jarrett Stidham, but it was what it was. And so now you look at Jarrett Stidham, he has to play against the toughest defense Las Vegas will face all season. And that's the San Francisco 49ers in Week 17, in a game that after you lose on Christmas in Pittsburgh, in a game that is not meaningless, but it's not altogether meaningful either. And what does he do? He has the best game all year of any. He has the best passing performance all year, a better passing performance than Derek Carr had in any of his 15 games as the quarterback. And so I looked at that, and I see him put up, 34 points, I think. 3 touchdowns against the Niners. And look, there's no question in my mind when you look at that game, you have to say, I'd love to be able to work with this guy. And Mike, I thought coming out of the Combine, after meeting with people at the Combine, I mentally said to myself, well, Vegas is going to re-sign Jarrett Stidham. No question about it. And I believe they wanted to re-sign Jarrett Stidham, but I don't think they wanted to pay him the guarantee or the total that Denver offered him, basically for 2 late season starts. And so I understand why this happened, but the bottom line story is if you're Russell Wilson, you understand right now that this is all about performance. And if I don't perform this year in the first half of the season, I could be in trouble for my job.
The reality on Russell Wilson is very simple. Next year, let me back up a step. $124 million was fully guaranteed at signing in the Russell Wilson deal. That covers 22, 23, and 24. Next year, next April, $37 million becomes guaranteed in 25 if he's on the roster the 5th day of the 2024 league year, about this time next March. How can you in good conscience, if he's as bad this year as he was last year, if it was him, not Nathaniel Hackett, and you've picked up some comments along the way that make it sound like maybe they think it was Hackett. Peyton said, we saw a lot of the old Russell Wilson the last 2 games of 2022. In other words, that's when Hackett was gone and Jerry Rossberg was in charge, and he was more the guy that he was in Seattle. So there's a chance it wasn't Wilson. But if it was Wilson, how in good conscience can you commit to 37 more fully guaranteed, $37 million in additional fully guaranteed dollars in 25 if he stinks in 23? So yeah, it'll be a massive cap hit. They'll have to figure it out. Post June 1 release, cut him, trade him, whatever, get him off the freaking or feckin' roster as the case may be. This is it. This is it. Yeah, when Spotrac does a great job of showing all the contract details, and they project when the potential out is. When's that year that the team can move on? And for the Broncos, it's comfortably after 2025. There isn't going to be 2025. There isn't going to be 2024 if he stinks in 2023.
And look, I thought all along, I kept reading how DeMeco Ryans was the favorite in Denver and all this. And, Mike, I don't know the truth. I really don't know the truth. But there was only one coach to get the job in Denver, in my opinion. Only one coach. You are so indebted and so in the hole right now with Russell Wilson that, to bring in DeMeco Ryans and whoever would be the quarterback coach / offensive coordinator of the team, how is that going to be better than Sean Payton? And so, I don't know really what happened at the end there, but I just thought there was only one coach ever that would have been smart for Denver to hire. They hired him, and now he's going to see if he can get to the bottom of Russell Wilson. If he can't, I think he'll start to make magic with Jarrett Stidham, or at least try to.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.